Did you guys know that 10-year-olds is out here having sex? Like, for real? What up, everybody? It's your boy Aces Galvin coming at you guys real quick with just some crazy stuff that I just really witnessed a couple days ago. So I'm outside playing basketball. I'm in my neighborhood. And I'm playing with like an 11-year-old and a 10-year-old and a bunch of other kids are outside. There's some older people, but there's a bunch of little kids. Anyway, we're playing. I'm hearing all this, talk and whatnot, and then something stands out. I hear this 11-year-old kid say something along the lines of, "Yeah, I'm gonna make it clap." Now, first thing I thought when I heard that was, "All right, who's talking about shooting something up, or talking about clapping their hands?" Like, I'm just trying to understand what it meant, because he said it with a lot of pride and a lot of energy. And I asked him. I said, "Hey," I said, "What are you talking about? I know you ain't talking about no guns or anything like that." He said, "No, I'm not talking about no guns." I'm like, "So what are you talking about?" He said, I made it clap." What? Wait, what you mean? What you mean? What you mean you made it clap? He's like, "Yeah, like I had this girl, blah 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 blah, and I made it clap. You guys, y'all know what I'm talking about, like." So this kid tells me he made it clap, and I asked him. I said, "What do you mean you made it clap?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, I had my D and blah blah blah." He went into being pretty detailed, and I was taken back by that. I always thought that people start having sex at 13 nowadays. I didn't know it was 11. There's a 10-year-old girl that's out there as well, and there's another 12-year-old boy out there. And I asked the 12-year-old boy, I'm like, why is this bugging here? Like, what is your man doing? Oh, anyway, there was a 12-year-old boy out there, and I was really trying to figure out if he was lying or not. So I asked his friend. I'm like, "Yeah, is your friend a virgin?" Like, he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Wait, he's not? Are you?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Is she?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "What?" So apparently 10-year-old kids is out here having 10-year-old kids is out here having sex. To me, that's insane. The extra kid, like, just the youngest person that actually does this, and he said his nephew, which is 8 years old. Now, I can make a lot of fun about that and joke about it, but it's nothing really funny about that. 10-year-old kids having sex, it really lets you know what kind of time we're in. And I don't think these kids are having sex because it's cool. I don't think they're having sex because they think that they're having sex because it's a thing, but they're not having sex because of any kind of emotional ties. And I just found out that the 10-year-old girl had sex with like a 14 or 13-year-old boy. This is ridiculous. I have a kid myself. Some of you out there are going to have kids if you don't already have kids. And just the idea that there's 12, 11, 10-year-old kids running around putting their genitalia in each other is kind of a really confusing, disgusting thing that I really just can't F with at any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Like, would I have been wrong if I would have pulled my phone out and been like, "Yo," put him on the camera and been like, "Hey, do you have sex?" And have this kid literally sit there and be like, "Yeah," and describe it so we actually really know he's not lying? Like, I don't need to do that, but I really thought about that when he said it, because it's unbelievable. I didn't think anybody would actually believe me. But yeah, these kids out here having sex. If you're a parent, where the hell are you at? What are you doing? Get on your job. Make sure that this does not happen, because we don't need 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds running around doing stuff. Where do they have the time to do this? Where do they have the time? There's no words for that. There's just no words. What do y'all think? And why? Someone tell me why. Why is this happening? I just need to know. So let your boy know in the comments exactly what is going on. And someone try to explain to me that's a little younger. Maybe I'm too old. Someone explain to me exactly why a 10-year-old or 11-year-old or a 12-year-old would be out in these streets having sex. Someone needs to explain something to me, because this ain't making no sense to me. It's your boy Aces. I'm out. Seriously, let me know, though. I'll be looking.